Just like mobile phones and digital cameras and cars and computers all upgrade with time, so do fish finders, and this time it's deeper. This is the brand new Deeper Chirp. This is the new portable smart sonar from Deeper. Basically, the Deeper Chirp is the same as the Deeper Pro Plus, but it's got a much more updated sonar. The Chirp Sonar is different to the standard sonar. I'll just read out something now that Deeper have sent to me. A traditional sonar sends out a signal frequency pulse at a time. A chirp, which stands for compressed high intensity radiated pulse sonar, sends out a continuous flow of frequencies ranging from low to high, and because of this the sonar readings are much clearer and have a higher resolution compared to traditional sonars. So basically the Deeper Chirp still has the same amazing features and functions as the Deeper Pro Plus. It still connects really quickly to your mobile phone through the Wi-Fi. When you're using offshore GPS mode, it still connects really quickly to the satellites. It creates bathymetric maps. The app on the phone can still be changed to various colours. You can adjust the cone angle of the sonar itself. You can turn fish alarms on and off. You can hook it up with Lakebook, etc, etc. All the fantastic features that we've come to love with the Deeper Pro Plus are still available with the Deeper Chirp, but the main difference is the readout, the clarity of the sonar image. In a nutshell, a standard sonar will send a beam down and then it'll bounce back up. So it'll go boing, boing, and it'll hit something and bounce up there, and around the sides of it will go down and back up, and that'll show that there's something in the middle. But the Chirp Smart, or the Deeper Chirp, it sends out multiple beams at multiple frequencies, so it gets a much greater detail in the sonar. So basically folks, Deeper Chirp, very, very exciting. I've been using it for a little while now and I'm very impressed with it. It's exactly the same as everything we've come to love in the Deeper Pro Plus, but in much greater detail. Now let's go out on the water and have a play and just see how it looks. Right, so I've arrived here at one of my favourite fishing destinations. I actually fish here quite a bit and I catch quite a lot of fish in this particular pool, in this bend. Why is this such a good fish holding spot? Let's get our eyes under the water, in other words your Deeper Chirp, to have a good look around and see what's under there. And first thing to do is to get my Deeper Chirp out of its Deeper pouch. They have a little pouch with a little clip that you can carry on your belt. There is my Deeper Chirp. It's a military green colour. You'll see at the back here it's got little arrows, the same as the Deeper Pro Plus, that line up. That's lined up, my anchor's tight, little toe point. It's ready to go. Let's try it on and have a look. Rightio, now I'm going to cast my Deeper over there, right next to that opposite bank. Now where that's landed, I can see here that it is 0.9 metres deep. So it's 90 centimetres deep. 1 metre. Now I'll reel that in and I expect that to drop away. Here we go. 1.4 metres. 1.5 metres. Now I'm using this in standard mode at the moment, which basically means it's just a fish finder. Just like the Deeper Pro Plus, this will create a bathymetric map, and I'll make another video about that down the track, or I'll put a link above right now to the bathymetric map feature, which is exactly the same with the two models. The main difference being that the Chirp has a much higher resolution, a much better, much clearer image of what's underneath. So now I'm bringing that in. You can see now it's dropping off a little bit. Now there's actually something just under the surface. You'll see at the top of the screen there now, there's something just under the surface there. It could be a little carp or something small, or some kind of a little redfin or a small fish or something. It's only about 1/2 metre down. Other than that, there's not much underneath. As I come across now, 1.8 metres, that's actually quite deep for this particular waterway. But there's no structure. Yeah, right there now. Look where it is now. Look at the bottom now on the screen. You'll see something showing up under the depth sounder just there. Which, if you look in front of me here, is only 3 or 4 metres out from the bank. That's 1.4 metres, and there's something underneath there. Not something big, but there's something down there, maybe a little branch or something. And now it's coming back up. So, across there in front of me was quite clear. Rightio, where that is there now at the head of that tree, if you look at the screen here, that's showing something midstream halfway down, and it's also showing something on the bottom. Look at the bottom of the screen here. Yes, it's showing a fish icon. It may or may not be a fish. Murray cod hold very, very close to logs, so there could be a log down there with a fish next to it, or it could be just a log. But either way, what it's showing me is that that particular part of this pool is a much more likely spot to hold Murray cod than over here where it was really smooth. There was no structure here. Over there now, I can see underneath, there's quite a lot of structure under the water. Let's bring it in a little bit closer and have a look. Now it's gone smooth again. So by the looks of it, there's either a big log or something hanging, just laying on the bottom, just out from that tree a little bit. And according to the deeper chirp, it's got fish sitting beside it. Coming across 70, 80, it's up and down. There's something underneath there. Just a little bit of a inconsistency on the bottom. They're right there where the fish, 1.2 meters, but there's a log under the water there. So it's about 4 feet deep, and there's a log, which is most likely the end of that log that we can see running into the tree over there. All that stuff you can see showing up, that's all the logs directly underneath where the fish finder is right now. Look at this. Look where the fish finder is there now, right there in the middle of this hole. There is all kinds of structure, and there's something just under the surface. There's something only half a metre under the surface where the fish finder is there now. I wonder if there's a cod under there looking at it, or whether it's a big carp just swimming by. For whatever reason, there is something directly under the surface there. Just out in front here is a good spot, and ironically, on cod opening last year, I caught a little Murray cod right here in that very spot. So I dare say that that fish has come out from under that snag. Rightio, folks. I think you get the idea. The Deeper Chirp is the new and improved, or the updated version of the Deeper Pro Plus. Whether it's digital cameras, whether it's cars, whether it's computers or mobile phones, every year newer models are coming out. The Deeper Chirp is the newest model and the best model from Deeper. If you're a plain Jane like me, and I'm not a very technical minded person, basically what the Deeper Chirp means to us guys is that it's got a much clearer reading. Now from this hole just here where I'm fishing, where I catch a lot of fish, I can see that right here it's a little bit bland, there's not a lot of structure. Out here there's a lot of structure, and the structure at the end of those trees that are rolling in, and that structure is likely to have fish sitting around it. And the Deeper Chirp actually showed me fish around that structure, and it didn't show me any fish out in the open. At the end of that tree there's some really nice looking structure. Just out in the middle there's some really nice looking structure, all timber and logs, and then from there across it's quite smooth until we get to the end of this tree here again. So when I come down here, I know to pay particular attention to that sort of the centre leading towards that green tree, a little bit just out from the bank here a bit, and out in the open there. I've got this hole covered. Deeper Chirp, much clearer resolution than the Pro Plus, a fantastic fish finder. I'm really looking forward to next cod season when I can use it a lot more, because this cod season is winding down.